Welcome to Cup O Carnatic Nostalgia series. We all learn sometimes a song from a YouTube clipping, something online. We hear it, we click and we learn. It's nice that we have technology to help us learn thus. But the feeling of sitting in front of a live guru and learning is something that is irreplaceable. So my mother started me off in the journey of Veena. This episode is all about the different gurus and I. My mother is a very senior violinist. Why she started me on Veena, I don't know. And she, being a violinist, taught me the intricacies of the Veena. Then I went under the tutelage of my mother's sister, my Periyamma and my guru. She is the only Vainika in a family replete with violinists. The time I spent with my guru, I stayed with her, her training methods we have dealt with in a few episodes, and there is so much more to say. This episode will deal with her broad-mindedness in allowing me to absorb different things from different other gurus. So, she considered Veena Virtuoso, Dr. S. Balachandar sir, as her mentor, what we call as a Manasiga Guru. She never actually learnt from him, but she looked at him from far and was in awe of his technique, his personality, his music, his concept of presentation. So there was a time when she was performing with him and I was in the audience, and he called me and said, "Join me and play with me." So my guru gave her Veena and I happened to play with him. And from then on, he said, "I accept you as my disciple. Of course, you will always be the disciple of Padma, your guru. I will just add those extra colorings, those extra tips, the things that I can to embellish your technique and your concept of music." So it was very memorable that morning when he took me under his wings. So learning from Balachandar sir was like watching a magic show. It's not like you go to a class, you revise a few old lessons, he corrects you and then say, "Okay, let's learn this song today." No, he would say, "Come, go open that book, close your eyes and see what page opens up. Let's learn this song together." So he probably would never have played that kriti before, but he will come up with about 25 sangatis for the Pallavi, another 10 or 15 for the Anupallavi. Next day, he'll come up with 25 different ones. So he is a musician with a difference. You can't put him into a box. For instance, I remember Meevalla Gunadosha. And his technique, you know. When I pull, he would say, don't pull. With the diet you are having, you can't pull so much. So going to his class was an experience of a complete different kind. Music was, he saw everything king size, giant size, and the way he perceived was very, very different. Now, around this time, I got the opportunity to play along with my sisters Lalgudi Vijayaka and Sikkil Malaka. So we were the three girls who were like the Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, and we played the Veena Venu violin. And my cousin Vijayaka used to guide us through these concerts because Lalgudi Mama had done the same concept, Veena Venu violin, during his concert tours. Now, when we practiced for this violin Venu Veena, Lalgudi Mama would come in occasionally to see what these girls are up to. And he would say, change that song in your set list. Don't play this kriti second. Play swaram for this place in this kriti. Play this pallavi. So one of those occasions, there are so many instances, this is nostalgia, right? But one thing that comes to my mind is we were playing the kriti. In Navarasa Kannada, Paluku Kanda Chakkeranu Gerune. What it says is like Rama would speak differently to different people in different occasions. To Sita in a different way, to Lakshmana in a different way, to Hanuman in a different way. When the minister of the state comes in a different way, to his mother in a different way. So, Tyagaraja Swami enjoys how one person can speak so differently and so sweetly in every role. So, we were playing. Then Mama asked, is there a Chittaswaram for this song? I said, no, Mama. And then he said, And he paced up and down the room, 2-3 times. And then he came up with a Chittaswaram. So, it's not a random collection of notes in an arithmetic pattern. It is something that makes sense with the whole song. The song is about Rama asking a question and Rama replying to a question, right? So, Sagamapa, and Rama says, Dama, Gamapasa, Nida, like a question answer. So, each question, how Rama answers sweetly and befitting that particular role. So many memories. He was like, Lalgudi Mama was aesthetics personified. So many things about aesthetics I could absorb, and I'm still learning and absorbing from his music that we have a treasure trove of. Apart from this, any musician who used to visit us, my guru would say, teach Jayanthi a song. I was blessed to be under T.R. Subramaniam sir. T.R.S. Mama was like the icon of Ragam Thanam Pallavi. And he had a method in which he would teach Pallavis in a very aesthetic and easy way to children. So we would think only after 10 or 15 years of learning you can come to Ragam Thanam Pallavi. To children he'll say, I'll teach you Sarigama Pa Pallavi. What is that? He'll say, Sarigama Pada Nisa Sanidapa Magari Sani Sari Gamma Pada Nisa. That's all. He would make you do Trikalam, he would make you do Tishram, he would do everything. So simplifying, Pallavi is Padam, Layam, Vinyasam. This is what, he taught me this. And classes with him was so much fun. I have learnt so many kritis, Ni Sari Sati from him, Karuna Judu in Sri Ragam from him. Then I was blessed with this opportunity of going to Brindama. Brindama was like a beautiful person who wanted to share so much but would observe you and say, does she really deserve this? So she has her guard. After a point in time, she keeps giving. I had the opportunity to learn some of the very rare varnams in Karahar Priya, in Vasanta and everything from her. Beautiful compositions. I actually went to learn Padam and Javli. So that was like the PhD level. So she said, let me try you with these varnams first. And she would teach me. And those were beautiful classes with her. And then came Kumareshji into my life. So he gave me a completely different perspective of looking at instrumental music. How I can explore the Veena beyond what vocal music can do. How I can look at it like an instrument with a voice of its own. So that perspective of his Raga Pravaham, making instrumental compositions, really gave me a very, very interesting perspective to explore the Veena further. And my interactions with Ustad Zakir Hussain ji gave me a completely new dimension. He told me, Jayanthi, you have learnt from some of the greatest gurus in your life. Now, put all of this into you, churn it, and bring out what you think, you perceive as your style, your music, your story. So this was a very valuable input for me. I'm working on it. I hope to get there with your blessings. Stay tuned.